Hi guys, I've got a new mechanism that I want to talk to you about. I think it's something that you might not have seen before. I certainly haven't seen it. But as you know, I'm putting together some sort of rolling ball sculpture, and in essence balls are fed into the bottom, brought up to the top, and then they will run down multiple tracks. In this case I've just got them dropping down this tube as I've got no intermediate tracks. But it occurred to me that I could have a situation if I split this system up so as I have diversions where the balls are directed onto different tracks, that I could have a situation where, let's say, I don't have enough balls in the magazine to keep the spiral full, or maybe I've got too many, and if I have, what can I do about it? And I've come up with this little mechanism. Unlike a flip-flop or switch, with this mechanism you can have control over the flow of balls on another level, either below or above it. We're only concerned with these brass bits at the moment, and as you see it's a T-piece the way that I've made it, and the idea is that balls will flow down that track and they will repeatedly flow straight through. But then I've got a pin there, and I've got a mechanism down below, and depending on whether or not that mechanism is pressed or not, so the pin pops up. If the seesaw is down, then the pin will pop up, and you'll see I can get a different action. So hopefully that's a little clearer. So there you can see the pin is down, and then when I press the seesaw at the bottom, the pin pops up. So we get this action. The balls flow through. If the pin is raised, then they go in the other direction. I say, well, why would you want that? And what I'm looking at is where I've got this feed in the bottom. Imagine I have a situation where I get an accumulation of balls, more than I want at this part of the mechanism. Okay, I'm going to have it running in the opposite direction, but imagine that this is where the balls are running into the spiral mechanism. So if I have the first ball, let's say the first ball runs through and goes into the spiral lift, but let's say the subsequent ball gets in a queue. When those are in that position, that has lifted the pin up here, and now it means I can divert balls from some upper part of the track to go around and take a longer route or do something different. I hope I've made that clear. If not, let me know and I'll make another video. I may not use this, of course, but I like to think up these mechanisms. Say, I haven't seen this particular device used anywhere else, so I think it's original thought, but who knows. Now, in looking at this, I thought, well, I might want this where if the seesaw is down the pin goes up. I thought, well, what if I wanted it the other way? What if I wanted to have it so when the seesaw is up, the pin is up? And that's simple enough to accommodate. Means different positioning, but essentially the push arm simply goes into a different location. So now with this arm, this push rod on this forward part of the mechanism, I could have a situation where the pin is up. If the seesaw is up, the pin is up. So I can have a situation where I count balls, and that action, let me zoom out. That action changes the situation, so now I could have a flow of balls coming that way, and then when the pin is down, even briefly, so balls will pass straight through. Okay, and I thought, well, okay, I could develop that seesaw mechanism at the bottom to work just like an ordinary flip-flop. So everybody's seen this, where the ball drops in and the next one goes in the opposite direction. Yeah, that's the usual sort of thing. But there's no reason why this can't be considered as a seesaw, and my little pusher arm connected to one side of that, so as this pushes the ball up, this pushes the pin up, and then that pushes the pin down. I almost don't need to make a prototype, because logic tells me such a system would work. And the beauty of that is this seesaw action or flip-flop action can be used to actually control something, the flow of balls, at a higher level. So if that is altered. Okay, I'll show you the component parts. Man, I can't tell you how many hours I've spent on my knees picking up bits and pieces. So this top plate these are bits out of an old fuse box, very useful. Anyway, let's get rid of that, because that's not important. That's the top plate, so I simply arrange to have that biased so that it's biased towards, I'm going to exaggerate it and say it's biased towards that side, so that it always, the ball rolls down there. But if the pin comes up, there's a little bit of brass. If the pin pokes up there, then the ball is diverted. I need 3 hands. The pin comes up and the ball is diverted into the other direction. You could use such a device and have the pin in the middle of a flight and use it to stop a flow of balls, so that it pops up in there. But I say, the interesting thing is that you're doing it from a lower level, and you could actually do it from a higher level. If you imagine this pin was operated from an arm that's underneath the seesaw, so imagine this seesaw is up at this level, the arm could be brought up and down, and the pin could be this sort of shape. The pin could be this sort of shape, so that it operates like that. So again, it's using a seesaw action, or this flip-flop action to control the flow of balls. Oh, this. So. And oh, by the way, if you think this is all, you know, a bit sort of engineered or whatever, my prototype, which works exactly the same, looks like a mouse trap. I think you're going to have to believe me. My prototype mechanism, which works exactly the same, looks like it's looks like a mouse trap, but it's just bits of bent wire. What else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, so that's the mechanism at the bottom, the seesaw. I've got a little piece here which determines the maximum and minimum angle that it'll operate at. And then, as I say, I've got these two cams, so as it's with that arm, the pin is up when this end is down, and this one, it's down when this end is down. So that one, I could either load balls onto this side, or I can arrange to counterweight it so that it always pops back up. Interesting with this, the length of this rod, or the weight of this rod, is immaterial, because whatever it is, you can balance it out with a counterweight, either one side or the other. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. If you did, let me know, and if you incorporate it into one of your sculptures, again, I'd love to see a video of it. And say, I don't think, well, I haven't seen anybody else using that. And the other thing I say is this little sort of breadboard arrangement with the wing nuts and the 6mm studding is extremely useful. I don't have to build the whole thing. I don't have to incorporate this into a mechanism to give it support. I can simply hold it with these components that I've got, and just bring it into place and play. Okay guys, thanks for watching. All the very best. Bye bye.